My name is Sarah Vasquez and I'm a percussion educator in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Today, we are going to be talking about hand percussion. But first, let me tell you a little bit about myself. I am from El Paso, Texas. I went to college at Texas A&M University Commerce. I marched 5 years of drum corps. I was in the front ensemble. I started off at Academy in 2015, then I went off to Crossman in 2016 and 2017, and then I finished everything out at Blue Devils in 2018 and 2019. I played marimba the whole time. However, because I had experience in hand percussion, I was actually able to play a djembe solo in 2019's Blue Devils show. My journey in hand percussion actually began when I was in high school. My high school percussion director, Art Avila Jr., was super passionate about hand percussion, so we spent a lot of time in class going over a bunch of different concepts, techniques on different hand drums. After high school, I continued playing hand percussion in my college jazz band and steel band. I also continued learning different styles through books from artists that I had heard about in high school. So let's begin. First, let's talk about the names of the drums. The smallest drum is called a quinto. The medium-sized drum is called a conga. And the lowest drum is called a tumba. For the purpose of the video, we are only going to be playing the quinto and the conga. Now we're going to go over the 6 basic tones that you can get out of these drums. We have the open tone, the muffled tone, slap, heel, toe, and bass. For open tone, I'm going to use the inside of my hand from the crease of my knuckles to the tip of my finger. When I play the drum, I'm going to strike and immediately lift so that the drum head can ring. Note that my fingers are closed. If I open it, it changes the sound completely. Also, I keep my thumbs on the side of the rim. The reason being is because of the shape of my hand. My hands are pretty small, so if I have my thumb right up against my actual hand, it tends to hit right on this rim and it bruises. So I like to put my thumbs on the side. This is very different from other people. That's just what I do. Muffled is very similar to open tone, except instead of rebounding your hand right off the drum, you're going to leave your hand on the drum to keep it from ringing for too long. Open, muffled. Now let's start with slaps. There are 2 types of slaps. There's an open slap and a closed slap. To actually produce the slapping sound, I'm going to play a couple left-hand slaps so you can see what's happening. This inside part of my hand is literally slapping the drum. The tips of my finger mute the drum, while the heel of my hand is just going to be there for support. An open slap, same thing, but instead of leaving the tips of my fingers on the drum, I'm going to lift. The inside of my hand is literally slapping the drum, while the tips are either staying or leaving. Think about grabbing the drum. This is exaggerating, of course. Also notice that my fingers are open. They're no longer closed. If you close your fingers, it limits the amount that you can actually slap on the inside of your hand, so you open them up. Heel toe. You have heels and you have toes. Your heel of your hand is going to be what's played for a heel stroke. The toe of your hand, also known as your fingers, is going to be what's played for the toe stroke. Heel, toe, heel, toe. So I drop my hand on the drum for the heel. The toe is just created by physically dropping my fingers on the drum. Heel, toe, heel, toe. This stroke type is more for rhythmic purposes than tone purposes. Tone. Last but not least, we have our bass tones. Our bass tones are going to be played with our entire hand, and they are going to be played on the center of the drum. Everything you play needs to be relaxed. You are going to use a lot of weight to create this bass tone. You use your whole hand, and just drop your hand in the middle of the drum. You can also muffle your bass tones. Depends on the context. And those are our 6 tone types. To recap, the names of the drums are as follows. The smallest one is called the quinto, the medium one is called the conga, and our lowest one is called the tumba. Our 6 stroke types or tone types: the open tone, muffled tone, slaps, heel and toe, and then last but not least we have bass tones. The Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed and I hope you learned something. In the next video, we're going to take everything we went over today and we're going to put it into a conga groove called the mantuno.